most of the time you're not even having an orgasm, so is it really worth it? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button, like the video, and leave a comment with your thoughts on anything that we talk about today. Before we continue, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Yall. Yall sells women's pajamas, so this robe I got from them, as well as this little towel cover up and a few other items. They're available on Amazon, and they have a great variety I found of different pieces, from very simple items to more luxurious, sexy items. So I would definitely recommend that you guys check them out. It's so easy to buy. I know we're all used to buying stuff on Amazon. But yeah, for this video, I'm just wearing this really cute black kind of cottony robe. I love getting ready in a robe. I love doing my makeup in a robe. I love putting a robe on after a shower. It just makes me feel very luxurious, and it's practical because then you don't get makeup on your clothes or whatever. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video. I will link them down below and definitely check them out. And can I just say, I just took this robe out of the dryer and I feel like I'm doing pillow yoga with Adrian. Please share your thoughts on any of this. Let's start out with some real tea. Thoughts on dating someone with a child that's not yours. I feel like my immediate reaction to this is no thank you. Only because I feel like, especially at my age, if you're a parent, it's usually like a baby daddy situation, and I don't know, something about that I just don't want to be involved in. I don't know if this is like right to say, but I feel like there's a difference between like a father, you know, okay, my relationship didn't work out, but I'm still like a father to my kids, and then just like, oh, I happened to get someone pregnant and now I have to deal with this burden in my life. They're always gonna put their kids first. But then it's like, if they don't put their kids first, that's also like unattractive. Never say never, but I've found typically, actually always, I just don't want to deal with that. Let me know what you guys think though. Would you date someone with kids? I would prefer someone new and fresh.
I don't want somebody who is engaged or married. I want somebody new and fresh.
Let's see, opinions about dating apps. Y'all know I've shared my opinions about this before. To me, it's like it almost forces romance. It's like, okay, we both already think that each other are attractive. I need to feel someone's vibe. I feel like someone's energy and just how they carry themselves is such a huge part of what attracts me to them. On dating apps, it's like, okay, you might be cute, but I feel like a lot of conventionally attractive guys, at least, are just not the personality I'm looking for. The guys with the best photos are gonna look the best, but it's like, if you know how to take good IGs, what does that say about your personality? Like, I personally just don't want to date an IG model bro. So I personally do what I feel like a lot of us do, which is like re-download the apps every few months, get some attention, get some likes, don't really take anything further than like a hi, and then delete the app because I'm bored. Have you ever had luck on a dating app? Let me know. How to ask for what you want during... I think it starts out with being with someone that you are comfortable with. That's not to say you can only be with someone that you're in love with. They're like, you have to be in a relationship. But I feel like, bottom line, even if this is just a friends with benefits, someone you're hooking up with, whatever, you should feel comfortable. Because if you don't feel comfortable, like, why would you say what you want? Like, it's gonna make you feel awkward, you know? And it can already be kind of awkward. There's little things you can do, like you can just kind of bring it up, like not like, oh, I want you to do this, but just like in conversation, oh my god, I love this. Like, what do you think of this? Or, you know, during, you can just say, do this, or like, no, do it like this. A lot of people are brought up not even knowing that women can orgasm. So of course it's gonna feel awkward to like tell someone to do something differently. I just love how much more, I don't know if sexually liberated would be the word, or just how much more open a lot of people are about talking about sex, especially on social media. And that really inspires me. I know, you just have to know that you can have what you want. And also, a lot of guys think that they're good at whatever only because no one's ever told them that they're bad. This needs to be a mutual experience. I am not just like a hole. Anyway, how to know if you're having casual sex for the right reason. Dude, that's a good one. That's hard for me to answer because everyone's different. Like, I don't know if I have an answer for that. I think you just need to listen to your instincts. Ask yourself how you feel after an experience. And I also feel like when alcohol is involved, you're more likely to do a lot of things that you wouldn't do if you were in your right mind. And that can like be a more serious situation where someone's taking advantage of you. But then it can also be like, okay, if you always feel like you need to get drunk before a hookup or like a booty call or whatever, or like you need to take a shot or like 6, maybe ask yourself, why would you be more comfortable with someone that you are in a relationship with, or that it's not just a casual 2 a.m. thing? I think looking at all of those things, you know, there's, oh, like do whatever you want, and like, oh, like hook up with everyone, like whatever. So I'm not saying like don't do that if that's something that fulfills you. But if you are questioning it, like, oh, is this actually for me? Am I actually satisfied? Am I like gaining something from this? Most of the time you're not even having an orgasm, so is it really worth it? Yeah, just like things to ask yourself. I know I keep saying it, but I would love to hear your guys' opinions on any of this. It's girl talk, it's not Q&A hours, you know? Misconceptions about wanting to stay single but still hooking up for pleasure, fun, etc. So I'm actually reading this book about attachment styles, and it says that people with avoidant attachment styles, so people who are maybe scared to be intimate with someone, like vulnerable or close with someone, you know, they want to run off, they're not comfortable expressing their emotions, they're very closed off, they always want to maintain distance, they're more likely to want to have casual one-time experiences than to like stay committed. Side note, something I'm kind of wondering, because I haven't finished the book yet, so I'm wondering if it'll go more into different relationship styles, because it seems to always be focusing back to like the best thing is a secure relationship with one partner. And I just know that that's like, okay, that's the norm, but is that everyone's, like, is that the best for everyone? I don't know. So I wonder if it's going to go more into that. But yeah, I think it's just all about context and like how you feel. If you find yourself, you know, getting irritated at someone's like little behaviors after hanging out with them or dating them for a while, suddenly you're like kind of disgusted by them and they've done nothing wrong, or like you're just always chasing the excitement, the like newness, maybe ask yourself why, you know, a little self-reflection. And again, it might be like, okay, this is the life for me, but again, if you are like questioning it, you can go deeper into that. I never want to sit here and say like this is right and this is wrong, but I just always want to encourage like self-reflection and like thinking deeper into why we feel certain things, because I feel like that's helped me get through a lot. Shame and masturbation. Dude, we're really taught, like, I follow this IG, I think it's called Sex Positive Families, but I'll link them down below. They have so many little infographics and just good information. I think especially geared towards parents. I like following them and reading their content because it kind of helps me understand like, okay, if I'm gonna have kids in the future, how am I going to address this topic in a like positive way? And then I feel like you can also apply their little tips and tricks and information to like almost your inner child. You know, if you were taught maybe this is a sin, this is shameful, this like don't talk about this is gross, you can kind of unlearn those. And it's just very easy to read, you know, the IG infographics, it's very like to the point. So I'll link them down below, but I feel like that can be very helpful. The book Come As You Are, y'all know I cannot go a video without mentioning that book. Just in general, I feel like our culture is very sex negative, you know, sex sells and like everything's so sexualized. But then it's like shameful to actually talk about our parts and what they do and like how to have a healthy conversation about sex without like being sexual. I don't know. If you did not grow up in the United States, what was sex ed like for you? Or honestly, if you did grow up in the US, what was your experience like and what state are you from? Bitch, the internalized male gaze. Oh my God. I need to sit up for this one. If you haven't heard of this, let me just do a quick rundown from what I know. The internalized male gaze, it's like this idea that because we grow up in this patriarchal society and like we're constantly, especially as women, being taught that, you know, our looks are the most important thing. We need to be pretty, we need to be a certain way. Women are supposed to be petite and docile, and like we're always looking at ourselves from a man's perspective. If I'm just sitting alone in my bedroom, I suddenly like have this urge to like sit cute or like fix my hair even though there's no one else there and like I'm by myself. So it can be very damaging because I feel like it just puts so much emphasis and pressure on us to like look a certain way, behave a certain way, and if we don't fall into that, it's like we're useless. We're not worthy of like attention or love. And I think another example, this might be kind of controversial, but the whole like I wear makeup for myself thing, it's like, okay, you're not literally wearing makeup so that a guy says you look good with it. Like you're not consciously doing that, but it's like, okay, we all know people are gonna treat us better. We're gonna get more attention if we wear makeup. And I feel like I've really noticed it in myself over quarantine. I love having my toes done, and I feel like it's kind of like a thing to like have nice toes and like get pedicures and just like have nice feet. I don't know. And over quarantine, it's like I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not talking to anyone. Sometimes like I take photos of myself, but like it's not like someone's seeing me. Feet on 0. Feet are not on 100. Part of that also is like the nail shops are closed, but it's like I'm just kind of letting it like whatever. Or I'll go longer without shaving my legs. Versus if it was regular life and I was going out and I was going to the club and I'm wearing little outfits, I would be shaving out, getting pedicures all the time, you know? And it's like, yeah, we ourselves draw satisfaction from that, but I think it's because there's just this deep internalized belief that is good, that is standard, that is society's like expectation of me, and I made it so I feel good about it. And in our conscious brain, we're just like, oh, I feel pop and like I feel cute, but it's like you feel cute because you're conforming to society's standards. So there's kind of like no escaping it, and I don't really have like an answer, but I guess it's just interesting to notice like when you are adjusting yourself. So let me know if you've heard of this idea, if you've ever noticed it in yourself. And yeah, finding the balance between feeling sexually liberated but also not giving it up too quickly. Part of me wants to say like, okay, if someone treats you different because you sleep with them too soon, like, okay, bullet dodge. But also, especially if you are dating or sleeping with like cis het guys, I just feel like you need to always be gaining something. So dudes like I saw someone say like patriarchy light, like they want all the benefits of patriarchy, but then they also don't want to pay for you or like do anything for you or whatever. Of course, not all guys, but in general. So with that being said, like if you decide to sleep with someone, you've gone on a couple dates, maybe it's the first date, and then they stop talking to you after, which also they probably have an avoidant attachment style. If you feel bad about it, it's like, okay, well, at least I got a meal, at least I got a ride, at least like I got this or that, you know? Maybe some people will disagree, but I feel like the things that dudes do, like, very audacious. So the least that you can do for me is like buy me dinner or something. So let me know if you relate or agree. I feel like I could go further into that, but this is another good one. Friends and boundaries. Let me lie back down again. Setting boundaries, I feel like is even harder with friends because it's like you care about this person, you don't want to feel rude or like mean, but I feel like it's even more important. If someone is really your true friend and they actually care about you, they're going to respect your boundaries. If you say, oh, I don't feel comfortable with that, and someone tries to keep pressuring you into that, tries to convince you otherwise, it's like, okay, you're not respecting me. But then someone else could just be like, okay, I understand, and like that's it. And I think something good to remember is that you are not in control of how someone reacts to you setting the boundary. So even if they react negatively, you still did good by stating your boundary. You can't like control other people's emotions. So letting go of that, just being like, okay, they're gonna react how they react, and it's just up to me to stand up for myself and what I am comfortable with in any situation, honestly. But I know especially friendships and probably like family, that can be really hard because again, it's like you care about this person. It just takes practice. Like the more you practice doing it, the more comfortable you get in doing it. Can I just say it's so much better to just set a boundary up front rather than like just go along with something, go along with something and then like build up resentment towards someone, and then it's just gonna blow up. Like you do not want that. A couple people have asked about healing from long-term breakups. I low-key feel like I'm not a good person to ask about that because I've never really been in that situation. What's helped me get over someone is unfollowing them, muting them, or blocking them depending on the severity of the situation. Not reaching out, just really cutting off all contact. I really believe in like out of sight, out of mind. Like the less you check up on someone, the less you'll think about them, and therefore it'll be easier for you to get over them. Writing all my feelings out helps me get over them, or get through them, should we say. And spending time with friends or just like doing stuff. And I know that can be kind of hard in a pandemic, but even just, you know, okay, I'm gonna do this yoga video, and then I'm gonna try this new recipe, and then I'm going to do this, go on a walk, like do that, make a new playlist, like I don't know. It's still stuff keeping you busy, so you're not just sitting in your bed on your phone like stalking their IG story on your second account. And I feel like time, I feel like a lot of people say time, and I can agree. Trust the process. No, but it is a process. Like any sort of loss is gonna be hard and not something you can just get over overnight, so just being patient with yourself. Let me know if you've been in that situation, what your advice would be, because I feel like you could probably give more specific advice, but that's kind of what I would say in general. How do you deal with bad body image days? I feel like there's such a difference between like I feel like you can still love yourself and then be insecure about something or have an insecure day or whatever. So for those days, I just honestly try to wear something that I know looks good on me or that I know will flatter me in that moment. So if I feel really bloated, I'm not gonna go for like leggings that cut into my fat and like a tight crop top. Like I'm gonna go for something oversized, baggy. Sometimes getting ready, doing my makeup helps. Sometimes it doesn't, it just makes me feel worse. So I try to assess. I know for me, like looking through snap memes of when I was cute or my IG when I was cute, it's not like I suddenly got ugly, okay? I'm cute, I'm just having an off day, and just kind of like staying away from trying to take pics or selfies or like, I don't know. I just don't wanna make myself feel worse, so I'll kind of try to distract myself. Yeah, once again, let me know what you do. Okay, last one. Do you care if you're not wearing a bra in public and your nipples are showing? Low-key, I get self-conscious. I definitely get self-conscious, more so because of dudes are creepy as fuck and not so much as like, oh, I care if people see my nipples. I feel comfortable in my body, but it's like I don't want to be harassed. I don't really wear bras that much, but I will wear like bralettes or like a light sports bra. It's like a training bra, but that's just more comfy, and then it's like my nipples don't show, but I don't have the discomfort of like wearing a bra. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to answer or talk about, should we say. Thank you guys so much for watching and submitting your questions and topics. Don't forget to check out Cioro down below. Yeah, I can't wait to get ready in this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.